Hello, boys and girls. Today for social studies, we're going to talk about entertainment. How has entertainment changed over time? Yesterday, we were introduced to Sam and Sawyer. Sam's a 7-year-old boy that grew up in 1846, almost 200 years ago, and lived on a homestead. Sawyer is 7 years old, and he lives in present time, which is today. And he lives in a neighborhood or a town called Orchard Park, New York. Now, how did kids play 200 years ago compared to how kids play today? 200 years ago, kids had a lot of jobs and responsibilities, like we discussed yesterday. They wake up early in the morning and work on the farm. So even though Sam has many chores and jobs to do each day, he still has time for fun. Children like Sam play with homemade toys made from wood and other natural materials. They explore the outdoors and catch insects and amphibians. They build forts in the woods out of sticks and branches. They play games where they find things or run and tag each other. Sam has fun using his imagination. So look at what Sam's toys might have looked like a long time ago. They're made of sticks and they have very different kind of clothes on. Our dolls and our toys today would not have these kind of clothes on. Sam also would go outside in the woods and play. Today, our parents would not really let us go outside to the woods and run around and play in the woods without anyone being with us. Sawyer's favorite toys are building blocks he got for his birthday, his new scooter, and his action figures. So even though Sawyer's toys are different than Sam, they still had toys or action figures that they played with. And to play with action figures today, you still have to use your imagination. He sets them up to fight pretend battles with his sister's stuffed animals. After school, Sawyer likes to ride his scooter or bike. So Sawyer has an option. He has a choice of using a bicycle or a scooter for fun. Sam would go outdoors and explore and catch insects and amphibians. Now today we don't really go outside to catch insects. We go outside to play with our scooters or our bikes. But a long time ago, going outside meant something different for Sam. He sometimes has friends over to play video games or listen to music. Do you think Sam had video games a long time ago? No, they didn't even have electricity, so TV was something that did not exist. On the weekends, Sawyer goes to hockey practice. His team is called the Hawks. Sawyer's favorite sport to play is hockey. He learned how to ice skate when he was 5 years old. So there's a lot of things here that Sawyer is able to do as a 7-year-old that Sam cannot do. Sawyer has access to a lot of things. That means he's able to get a lot of things. He's able to be around his friends a lot. Where Sam lived on a farm that was far away from most people, and there was only a few other families around. Sawyer listens to music. I bet Sam's family probably sang their own songs and didn't have real music to listen to. Again, they needed electricity for things like that. Sam has a sport he likes. Sawyer has a sport he likes. And Sam seems to have had to make up his own games to play. And if you notice here, It says Sawyer learned how to ice skate when he was 5 years old. Now that sounds like a really fun thing to learn for a 5-year-old. Do you think that's what they were teaching Sam when he was 5? Probably not. Sam had a very big responsibility to help in the house. So he not only had to learn his jobs and chores, but he's also able to play. But do you think Sam had more time to play like Sawyer has time to play? Probably not, because Sam has jobs and chores to do, and Sawyer just has all the time to be a kid just like you. So today, you guys are going to have the same type of graphic organizer you had yesterday, only instead of food, today's is entertainment. I want you to write 2 things that children did for fun around Sam's time, which was 1846. What did kids do for fun 200 years ago? Long ago. And then you can write down what kids do for fun today. You can use examples from Sam, or you can use even examples that you do. For example, I keep mixing up these kids. Sawyer. Sawyer likes to play hockey. He likes to play with action figures. But there are some things over here about Sawyer that they don't mention that I know you guys like to do. So for today, these 2 circles, you can choose 2 things either from here or from something that you do in your life.